Yo Joe, and greetings, agents of Cobra Command. My name is Steven, and this is a very special live broadcast. We are going to rewatch Shattered Realms, which was last year's international backyard film, in anticipation of next year's release of International Backyard 4 Demons. But I'm not alone on this adventure. We've got Paul, the Deadliest Pencils from South Africa.
Burg! Hey, Ben.
Are you amped, buddy?
I am.
Nice.
I've actually purposely not watched this in the last few days. So it's gonna feel fresh. I wouldn't say that long.
But okay.
I watched it a couple of months back. Oh no! I was just showing some friends. I was showing it to some friends the other day, a couple of months ago. So, yeah.
Well, Rob's also here in the mix. Hey, buddy.
Whoa, I'm so excited to finally watch this. I'm so excited. Like, wow. It's gonna be amazing.
Don't you watch this,
watch. Of course not. Why would I ever watch anything we do?
No, I know for a fact you were at the premiere, so you're not going to convince us that you're a noob. But we've got some special guests because International Backyard is a collaborative play-motion film featuring filmmakers from around the world. We are delighted to have Christoph and Moonlight in attendance. We'll perhaps have some more play-motion creators as we begin.
Yeah. Hey guys.
But, hello, Christoph. How are you doing?
Hello there.
I'm doing well. Thanks for having us.
He is a.
Don't we have? Oh, sorry, man. I'm like talking over you, but don't we have a small surprise for everybody after the rewatch?
I'm glad you mentioned it, Paul. No. It's good. It's a good little hook to anyone watching at the moment. Stick around to the end because we are going to premiere the trailer. Sounds like a bit of a kick in the teeth. We're going to show the trailer for Demons. So a first glance at this piece that I'm very, very anxious to get into the world. I'm like, this has been sitting on me for the entire year, as people in
anxious
our
is right
group would know. No, well, actually, no. I scrambled for that word incorrectly. It's more like I'm
anxious about it.
I have huge anticipation about it. I'm like, I want to.
I'm very anxious too.
Well, Moonlight for the first time is dipping into play motion, as is Christoph, because this man, he's a stop motion expert previously and likes using his Lego minifigures. So he's branched out from his comfort zone and is using O-ring figures in a play motion. Wow. Okay.
You're being very generous, but yeah, it's fun. It's a different way of doing things. I'm very happy to do it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Would you consider doing more on your own Steam as a result of this process?
Yeah. It's just fun, right? You play with your toys. It's good.
Well, anything you produce, we'd happily cross-post it on our channel if you'd let us, Christoph. If you want some Theo Joburg eyes on it, we know our audience just can't get enough of this stuff. The amount of requests I get, like, "Where's the next play motion, Steve?" It's
bring it out.
It's awesome.
Whip it out.
And International Backyard 4 will be Moonlight's first play motion. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay. Hence the anxiety. But let me tell you, it fits seamlessly. It's a lovely little cherry on the top of this piece. Let me not tease the audience anymore. Sorry, was that Moonlight?
Yeah.
Let's not tease the audience anymore. Let's kick off the rewatch of International Backyard 3 from 2023. Oh, nice how that lines up. Shattered Realms. Hit it, boy.
Cool. Okay, sweet. Give me a second. I was going to spool it up. And also just a shout out. It's the only shout out that I think we're going to get a chance to do for everybody in the chat. So hello, everybody in the chat. Cool to have you here.
Yeah, we've got Greg, we've got Peter, and of course, Boon Killer has snuck in there.
Cool. And let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Burg.
Whoa.
So, Paul, this was your baby.
This was my baby, yeah.
Let's have some insight into your twisted mind.
So, I always like these. I like to gamify these, right? So, I like to make it like you pass the ball. So the whole idea here was, firstly, let's just let everybody go nuts with the toys. And I was like, how are we gonna do that? You know, how are we gonna pull that off? And that had to do with let's try to create some kind of multiverse or like sort of universe jumping or something like that. So that's where that came from.
You just wanted to open the door to classified things, didn't you?
Yeah, pretty much. Because there's a lot of guys who have them, you know. And
okay, Joes, you heard the man. Let's move on.
And it also gave me a great opportunity to pull out other toys in my collection as well. Listen, anyway, but like I said, I like to gamify these, so I like to just let people know, like, this is your mission, this is your mission objective, and you know, do that, and then the story will happen there.
Creature is it's a boutique toy. I mean, it's made by a friend of yours, correct?
Yes, yeah, it's a guy called Colin. He has a company called Colin Scope, and he does like these crazy vinyl figures, and he's very like horror centric. He's an amazing pinup artist as well. So yeah, but sadly he's now moved to the UK. Yeah.
To get our bearings.
I love this. See, this is the whole like beauty of this thing, was that people would do this. They would have, you know, the episode play out in a kid's room, or not. I don't want to just call it a kid's room, like a playroom.
Robot Punch, and I don't want to paint myself into a corner to have to like call out to people's sections as they pop up, because I'll probably screw it up. But yeah, we kicked things off with Action Robot Punch, who shot it in his kid's toy room. What an absolute delight!
If that ain't the most
Yeah.
beautiful thing I've ever
And for
seen.
me, like, one of the most exciting parts about this scene is just seeing all the toys. Like, that's cool. I haven't seen one of those in a while, kind of thing.
With a face
You know?
mother could love. Shipwreck.
And,
Those are Shogun Warriors, right?
Be sure you don't get into trouble.
Oh,
Come again,
I
Moonlight?
don't need a babysitter.
That's
All
a
right,
Shogun
let's
Warrior,
move
right?
Yo, Joe.
Yeah, or
Oh,
what
yeah.
the
Yes.
American
G.I. Joe here.
the
Ow,
American side called it the Shogun
Mindbender.
Warriors. Yeah, for us we just know. Well, for us, for me, I know them as super robots.
Destroy
Yeah.
them.
The American name's much better.
serve up a knuckle sandwich for you cold
Oh. Yeah,
Take
Kid,
that.
Mr. Cobra, how much you hate snakes.
yeah,
Deck
Sky
is
King.
clear. Launching
Exactly. Thank you,
aircraft.
Gaz.
Woo-wee, this thing is fast.
So
But
did your friend make that toy for you specifically for the play motion,
G.I.
or
Joe
did
is
you just
No.
like pick it up
We're
from him?
going to get the key.
no, I just picked it up from him because he's a big fan. He's a big fan of like
Leo
Super
Hall's
Robot
gonna
Wars,
be out of
and
a job.
also
General
a
Hawk
big
hears
fan
how well
of
I captain this beauty.
Go
I'm
Nagai.
sure everyone will be
The
impressed,
guy, the
Shipwreck.
Devil Man and
But
stuff.
for
So a lot
now,
of
you
his
need to keep on
bigger
Cobra's
figures are
tail
kind
and
of
get that key. Let's
what's
go,
the word I'm looking
Joes.
for? Homages
Oh,
to that
Joe.
era, to that vinyl era of Japan. You know?
I know this
Oh.
section. This is Hans Chow. Who's in the
Yeah,
chat? Buddy,
Yay!
is in the
the link
chat.
to the session is in the Discord. Come join us.
Come on down.
He's probably still tagged from JoeCon. Joe Fest?
Yes.
I am so envious of Hans's collection of like props. You know, like the kind of sci-fi props and
a lovely
you
corridor.
know, scenery he used for this. Oh, I love this so much. It's such cool stuff.
Well, look, 3D printing walls is very doable, and the results
Oh,
are okay.
Yeah,
I was
definitely.
at a toy fair, and a guy was just showcasing a whole lot of like Star Wars corridors and like blast doors.
There we go. I love that. Is that Teletron 1? Or is that just the console? Like, hey, Christoph? That's a very cool console. Sorry, guys. I'm just... Christoph was showing it off earlier.
So I
Yeah, it is
modified them.
Teletron. Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
So rad.
3D printing has come an incredibly long way. Like it's amazing
Yeah.
what you can actually create these days, and for I believe for fairly cheaply as well.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, that's about $5 worth of filament
Wow.
in this box.
You can just create
I
an
think a lot-
entire corridor with that shit. It's incredible.
No. One thing
We should
I
invest in
really
one. Yeah, Joe Burg.
That sexy pose from Baroness.
working on it. Working on one, Rob. Funny you mentioned that. I'll tell you a little bit later because I don't want to ruin this too much with that kind of thing. But
I've done this.
Put Joe's in the microwave.
Well, yeah, use the microwave as a kind of like a, I don't know, a time portal or a universe skipping device.
Not shipwreck, taking a leak.
oh, this was fun. This
I am the trip.
Nacho Man.
Our local Joe comedian, Bob Hansen.
yeah, I believe it was. Yeah,
Does stand up and plays with his toys. He's my kind of guy.
Okay, enough. Can we please?
I just
Ooh,
like
Wash the Dry would be a good one too, actually. Good suggestion, Malachi.
To be played with, Mr. Traveler. It's nice to know you, but we gotta get.
actually there is a toy reviewer that I've seen recently that actually set up a whole thing in his oven. Actually, and did the photography there, and I'm like,
Make sure you
actually
unplug
worked.
it.
Yeah.
The last play motion you ever make with your toy. I really like this sequence. I love like the whole like wrestling focus to it.
Yeah, the WWE vibes are so real in this.
Randy Savage would have
And,
made a really good Joe, I think.
I think so too, actually. Shot Joe fan 84.
Wake up.
Sorry, it's just it's popping out quite a bit, but I gotta say I enjoyed a lot of the music I did for this.
Yeah, Paul did a really good job
International
with the
Backyard.
music. I have to agree.
Thank you, dude.
I
But
don't
yeah,
think I have this track from you yet.
Yeah, I must actually
Thanks,
give you a lot of this stuff so you can have it for demons as well.
No, it's exclusive to this version. Can't have the same music twice.
I can do a remix. I can do a remix version.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I recognize this man's work.
Where the heck am I now?
Those are all my daughter's Legos. Her Legos friend sets that I borrowed.
Oh, that's great.
Welcome to Home City.
These are custom builds, I assume. The street scene.
Of course it is.
The buildings are actual friend sets, and I just kind of move them around and modify them a little bit.
Well, they look very deluxe. I mean, like, that's a high piece.
Yeah, that's custom build. That took me a long time to build the hiss out of Lego.
Well, good luck this
You
time.
nailed it.
Firefly, I order you to.
I love how this is like this is hell for Cobra Commander. You know, it's just
Chopper is inbound for pickup.
But I like that he can see that they're Lego figures, but he still wants to command them as if, you know, they're the normal versions of himself.
he's still a punk.
I don't know how you kept your lighting stable for all this.
Yeah,
like
I was gonna say, I learned a lot of cool stuff from this sequence. Oh, it's not the only sequence, but this one I learned a lot of cool ideas for, like cool tricks. Love the Krispy Kreme, by the way.
It's
such a blink and you miss it moment.
Yeah, you fill the frame with so much additional sort of side gags. This is the kind of thing that once
you know, they're regular people, right? They're in Cobra, but they're still regular people, right? Their fathers, or you know, like they have Krispy Kreme.
Yeah. Oh, these kind of sequences where you've got them watching other videos and I love this.
Enough.
You've given me ideas for next year's international backyard.
Lovely, lovely.
Play Brick, my favorite.
So the makeup of your minifigs, customs, but also the what is the Hasbro ones?
No Hasbro. It's all third party.
Okay.
A lot of customs, all on Legos.
Gotcha. Yeah, don't mix your bricks. Those Hasbro ones. What are they even called? I forgot.
That's very impressive, man.
Migo.
The Creo.
Creo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that they don't interlock very
Look
well.
at you. I can actually see your hair.
A little bit loosey.
Creo Joes are something that I would love to have.
bald-headed 12-year-old little boy.
This is Troy Smith.
Yeah.
Also, funny guy.
Eye on the ball. We keep going all these weird places, and we keep seeing other faces. Heavy duty? Is that you? No, it's me, Roadblock. Your eyes ain't so well that you can't tell.
Your new body looks like heavy.
If you got a different version, hang a lantern on it. That's smart.
Totally.
Around here somewhere.
In fact, it's kind of disappointing that, and we're going to get into this in tomorrow's podcast, but there was a man Cobra Commander promo shots with that Wave 1 roadblock.
It's the Full Force News Burst
disappointing.
Extra with me, Christopher McLeod, aka Diagnostic 80.
And yes, Chris does know that he's making a cameo. We do not use his likeness without permission. He would own our ass if that was the case. Nah, Chris is a great guy.
Yeah, he's always game for cool stuff. I loved how much the contributors for Shattered Realms broke the fourth wall. It's kind of done quite a bit throughout the whole thing. It's like there's a lot of like meta references and things, which I thought was quite great. Like I love that.
Scrap Iron and Shipwreck have finally shown themselves.
You gave people a lot of freedom. Like it's actually incredible. And it still all comes together so well. Like people just do whatever you wanted, whatever toys you wanted, but it still works because of the premise of the entire thing.
First up, we had Shipwreck
kind of like traveling between rounds.
Images showing the different hair and
very freeing, because at the end of the day, we are still playing with our toys. Sometimes you need to poke fun at it just a bit. I tend to take myself way too seriously on these things.
I also don't want to tell people how to play with their toys. That's sort of my philosophy. And I'm not saying it's the best one or the right one. It's just I don't want to tell people how to play the toys.
That's the way you go about it. I mean, there's definitely strengths and weaknesses to any way of going about it.
Where's that warp to the next realm?
Because I mean, also limits do create more creativity in a way as well. You kind of like, who has these figures? You know, we have to use the same characters across certain scenes. So if you have this figure, you know, you're welcome to take part. And obviously, if you don't have the figure, you can't take part in that sequence.
Jay.
Great Terminator homage in this little short. But I really would love to speak to Cody and ask him how he did some of those effects. Like, just because I think they're very well done. You know,
well, he's one of the guys who, I mean, absolute madness. He does all of this on his mobile phone.
No,
the
he
shooting,
doesn't.
the editing, the effects, the voices, entirely one device.
There's no excuses. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so we can all make play motions on the road, basically.
I love the bat booty shots on this scene. It's like, yeah. No robots were exploited in the making of this play motion. Yeah, it hasn't got the indent.
Yeah.
No, it's so flat, it's indented.
So it's the best improvement, I think, you know, over the original.
Also, props to this sequence. Also, just being shot on a bed, like no illusions about trying to create some crazy scene. It's just like, hey, you know what? I'm shooting it here in my bedroom or whatever, and I'm just gonna go.
This is how we did it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's what we did as kids.
Saturday morning.
Yeah.
We'd stay under the covers as long as possible. Just get our toys out and have a battle.
It's bad shenanigans. Whee!
We alluded to the fact that it's a cast of 5 Joe heroes specifically. That being Flint, Lady J, Snake Eyes, Shipwreck, and Roadblock. A nice kind of mix. But that was a very deliberate decision to have 5 protagonists and only 5 protagonists. Because the G.I. Joe roster is so big and because we all have varied toy collections, there's a tendency for these international backyards to be quite piecemeal in terms of its casting. I mean, it's lovely that every obscure action figure has a chance of getting a time to shine, but you kind of lose that through line of going through the entire plot with a fixed number of star characters. So yeah, this is the first opportunity to do that. The only limiting factor is that you have to use the same cast.
Yeah.
Everything else, go ham.
Well, thankfully,
Jay, this is Flint.
well, thankfully, Classified has expanded its roster quite significantly since the release of this international backyard. So, at least now the guys have more options for 2025. So,
why are we doing entirely Classified in 2025?
No, but I mean, at least if I want to if I want to maybe use Quick Kick as a character, we can do that now because there's a Classified version. If for the Classified, guys. And hey, maybe we even start seeing some of Super 7's Joe's next year as well, or it's supposed to be September or something. So hopefully guys will have some of those in their collections too.
I think your spears
Or Mezco if somebody's super keen.
Oh gosh, yeah, I've introduced Mezco figures. Wow. They are expanding their roster quite significantly, which is cool.
Hey, listen, if you want to use your Mezco figure, by all means, but if you break it, it's not my fault.
Tear the fabric.
Well, broken figures are useful too, for kind of like showing damage or like injuries. It'd be a great inclusion in play motion.
The worst thing about a broken figure is how it sometimes, like, a broken figure is like such a gut punch because it kind of makes you stop. It's like you consider, maybe I should just stop now. Maybe this is a great sign, Yeah.
You're now taking a trip to the Netherlands with Snowcat Ron.
Need to land soon.
It's a very Dutch skyline, may I just add.
Yeah.
Very Dutch legs.
I think that might be Juan, maybe.
Ah.
See that? Follow him in.
Like I say, my recollection of the contributors falls apart a little bit, but
Well, everyone hopefully knows who they are.
Now, let's find out where I am.
And also,
we're all jealous of your spirit.
The BOJ mentions also higher. I mean, they're increasing the number of characters they're doing in their range.
Well, Mindbender.
That could actually also be another inclusion.
But has anyone received any of them? Fire Toys have announced 20 figures and released 2 to date. It's becoming a bit of a joke.
They take a while.
They need to get their release cadence a little bit quicker.
Let's see.
I mean, they're just filling their coffers with pre-orders, but the joke is up. It's like, guys, deliver something before we send you more money. Anyway.
Well, thankfully, Higher Toys does deliver, but their stuff is just difficult to get your hands on. Yeah, it's a thing. I'm glad that I'm not enamored by those figures because I would be a very annoyed toy collector right now if that was the case.
I think a lot of highest releases are Asian exclusive too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
My skin.
It's difficult for the to get all the really good stuff overseas. Thankfully, they do bring out a lot of stuff, but yeah, we'll have to see if the shows actually make it there. I really like the sequence because it takes the concept and makes it interesting because it's like
you can use your own brain for a change.
There's the toys that are characters, but then there's the toys that are actually just toys.
Toys, yeah.
Yeah. I thought this was a lot of fun.
Yeah, again, this like kind of fourth wall breaking meta stuff makes me very happy.
This cannot be real, Commander. We need to stop suspending
and we saw a lot of it.
Doctor may be onto something. We all need to stop
Scareglow.
believing. 3,
And that's Mark van Leeuwen lending a voice.
Yeah.
Cobra,
Lights, camera, Cobra, we're back. Fun little line.
Mindbender, shoot that Joe! Hey, isn't this where we came in? Yes.
Yeah.
It was all a dream.
Everyone okay? I feel like
Time
I just took
reset.
a ride in a washing machine.
We're back with Action Robot
I
Punch.
think we got some trouble. Look what we've got
Yeah.
here.
Oh,
More volunteers to help
that Nunu's little ATSD.
What are they called? Galactic Heroes? That line of Star
I
Wars?
believe so, yeah.
Anytime I see them, I'm like, oh, they look so good. But they're chibi. I can't do it.
You'd have to get all of them.
I can do one. I can do 1, 2 maybe, but I couldn't do a whole collection.
I need that Technic element. That looks like a
This is the entire toy box war here. It's so awesome.
For freedom. Like all the other toys, we are forced by Cobra to take
that's
for pieces of the nth key. You can call me Little Cap.
Again, the narrative in this scene is so great.
We're in
It's like
search of the key as well. We hope
the
to defeat
Viva la
Cobra and send
Revolution.
them packing. Enough talking. Get to
You know,
work.
let's take down Pharaoh
Blimey,
kind of
I
vibe.
think I found the key. It
Ooh,
looks
I want that
maybe
hose.
You did, Quasi. Well done. Let's go show this to
That's what she said.
G.I. Joe inspired us to fight back. They may take our accessories, but they'll never take our freedom. Attack!
Nice one, Little Cap.
Yeah. Oh, and there's dinosaurs in the sequence.
Time to strike. This one's for you, Orko.
How did they contain the most powerful man in the universe?
No more
Right?
taking orders from such a primitive.
He's no man's prisoner.
The giant carrot is ridiculous.
I thought my spider sense was.
That's like nightmare fuel for me.
These toys mean business.
Oh, we
got the handsome one.
there we
Hello,
is.
Hans.
Welcome, Hans.
Hey guys.
Now,
Sorry you
Hans
weren't
from
here to
all
talk
of
over
the
your
toys,
section.
we can continue
Whoa,
to
Hans
fight
from Honey
against
Badger.
Cobra.
It's up in the middle of working.
Joe.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, we thank you for joining us, man.
Thank you for having me.
I think this is another.
I got
podcast
that turtle
season.
van.
I don't
Yeah.
like what's going down in this ghost town without sound.
What
That
is Shipwreck
Batmobile
doing?
is damn good for what you pay
It is.
for it.
Ah,
Budget
I kick
for it.
myself for missing it, man.
Ain't no need for
But
a
c'est la
big
vie.
discussion. All I've got is a mild concussion.
Good one.
Like it's just you and me, sailor. Didn't there used to be a ninja commando?
Oh, damn.
No
You
time
need to get a hairdryer for that pistol.
Disney by
Straighten that shit out, man.
Boba Fett handles like I get it, but like there's a moment where he's kind of handling it the same way like a character who's never touched a gun before handles things. It's like, ah!
This thing's hiding more red rockets than a pit bull in teeth.
I love, guys. I love that this sequence gave me a chance to use like a crazy ass piece of music that I made that I absolutely thought would have no place anywhere. I just knew this is the kind of track we would never be able to use in a play motion, and it just works for this sequence. And I could just go nuts with it. Yeah, it's called Overkill. So, and it is Overkill.
Certainly.
Ooh.
Sweet.
Well, at least now we finally know who would win between Darth Vader and Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes.
Yeah.
+1 Batmobile. Sweet.
Hey! You know, this is totally an idea I was gonna do for mine, and then and when I saw your footage, I was like, damn.
Nolan.
Takes balls to shoot everything so nicely and then downgrade it. No, I lie. It was a great mask for exactly how poorly this was shot from yours, Julie. I knew I could get away with it because of what I planned to do with it.
I love it. This whole scene, this whole thing plays out like, I mean, yes, it's a video game, but I love that it has that adventure quality video game thing, you know, like your verb-based games, like your old Scum Machine.
Well, you know how
Scum
much I like to
engine
talk,
stuff.
right? So having to make everyone use text for talking, that was a big hit. Like, what? I can't do any voices? But it was fun. Well, fits the genre, right?
Steven has certainly played video games. I can tell.
Well, a certain genre, a certain vintage of video games. Like this stuff, just so much more imaginative.
Shoot the bird, damn it! Thank you.
No! Someone called Pit.
Honestly, the most time-consuming thing on this piece was just sourcing the sound effects and slotting them in. I like making mouth sounds, guys, because it's easy. It's one take and it's done. Whereas this is like downloading
that one jet sound effect. That one jet sound effect you had sounded like it was from Top Gun, from the Top Gun game.
I wouldn't be surprised if you were right. Yeah.
Where did you find that? What is that?
It's just outside the house. I did not leave the back garden in the true spirit of International Backyard. Entirely where I shot this. What a lovely break from having to scout bloody locations and get my toys dirty. Oh.
This was creative as hell, dude.
My bathtub with Duplo.
I love this. This is so clever.
Can't really see what's going on though. Let's be honest.
That's kind of the point though. Like you see enough, and it bends the brain a bit, and I dig it. It also gives me PTSD from the Ninja Turtles underwater sequence.
Oh yes, jeez. Have you ever been able to beat that, Paul?
Yeah, totally, dude. I finished the first Turtles on NES.
Bravo.
Yeah.
This is a bad cave, if anyone was wondering.
That underwater section is not that bad. Get inside the Terradrome, then we talk. And getting to the Terradrome. Oh,
Terradrome?
Sorry. Yeah, sorry, Technodrome. My bad.
Oh, I'd love to reskin that with Joe's. Certainly make things easier if you could shoot. Because range is the big issue. Like, Donnie, that's why Donnie pones. Because the other characters just don't have the ability to hit.
Sorry, I just... Castlevania.
Yes. I stick with what I know. Castlevania is one cartridge which I had and played religiously, so I was like, I know there's some good sounds if I source that.
Isn't this... No. I said Castlevania. Isn't this Monster in My Pocket?
Oh, the sound is from Ninja Gaiden. The music.
Yes! Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, that was effectively a cutscene for a NES cartridge, which is...
amazing.
Amazing. And a very short jump to then add it here to kind of a break the pace, give us a quest. I mean, Paul, you gave me all these like plot beats that I needed to hit. I don't think they were really necessary. They were gratefully received. Like, get the rectifier, find the nth key. I'm like, okay, that gives me something to do. But in terms of the overall plots, I'm like, nah, didn't need it. Just have fun.
I feel like it helped with the story. It helped a lot with the story, I find. Because, yeah, somebody actually asked me, like, when I recommended this to somebody to watch, they like asked me like, so is the nth key something from G.I. Joe? And I'm like, no. Like, oh, it's like I really like that idea. It's like, okay.
Cool. Wow, someone was really paying attention then.
Yeah. That's why I appreciated it.
And to address the question from Brother Malachi in the chats, it's video game logic, man. It's like, how come the bad guys forget Solid Snake's in the base after 30 seconds of evasion? You know?
Highly advanced
short memory.
Genome soldiers.
Sad.
Oh, and at least you got to take your Megatron out, right?
I know.
Your Mega Hiss.
Mega Hiss.
You'll be making a return appearance.
Good.
Ooh.
That was so clever. Like, how do I give the thing away, or how do I make it appear like it's been stolen? Oh, have it disappear from the inventory. Props, Steve.
Too easy.
Seriously. Yeah. Is that your TV screen or something that you use for that?
Oh yeah. The jig
okay.
is up, man. I mean,
Steven learned that trick from Andrew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And inspired by, I guess, like the fact that they do it in Hollywood now. Like the volume is basically just shooting in an LED screen environment.
I do it.
Well, it's a little more complicated than that. You know, it does match the angles depending on how the camera's positioned. It will adjust subtly. You know how the background is viewed. So it's a little more
but you're still looking at characters basically with a big TV screen.
Yeah, I know, against a big screen. Yeah, I know for sure. At the base, that's what it is.
Now we know that the I don't even know what I call this ultimate evil dude, but like he's got like telekinesis and world bending stuff.
It was pretty harsh.
It's like the big bad guy at the end of like some huge comic book event. You know, like
yes, right.
The Earth, you know, he's the anti-monitor.
Yeah, it's like he's just like he's just there. He like appears at the end. Like we've exhausted all the character stuff. Now let's have a big bad. You know. Guys, legit. I had one idea of how I wanted to shoot the sequence, and then I made the music. And then I changed the whole way that I wanted to shoot the sequence, which I preferred. Like, I boiled this down a lot, and it was cool. Like, I think one of the tricks to this, to anything like this, is subtraction. You know. And even now I'm looking at it, I'm like, I could have made some stuff quicker, and spicier. You know, but whatever. C'est la vie.
So this was done in the backyard of the place that you now own, but at the time
that's correct.
you were renting. Yeah.
12-gauge shotgun punch.
Love how everyone announces their like special move before doing it.
Yeah.
Have to.
Takes me back to our new sculpt era, Steve. And,
dude, yes. We dubbed the new sculpt Flint from 2001, I'm gonna say, or 2. Atomic Stomp Flint. He had these ridiculous boots. If you know the figure, you know.
The legs were so long. Like, you just, of course, that's gonna be his finishing move, to kick people's faces.
Snake Eyes.
So I had to hang a lantern on the fact that Snake Eyes is a MacGuffin.
To be exact. If you want G.I. Joe to survive and to be appreciated by future generations,
so this mindbender was hard for me to do.
Good luck, my
because
friend.
I wanted to make him sound like a good guy, not like, oh, Snake Eyes, take this. You know, we'll go to destroy the world. You know?
Yeah, once you make that accent, it has to be associated with evil. It's like British people are always bad guys.
What? I'm not gonna fight you. Anyone hear that music? Yeah.
Ah, okay. Yes, this sequence.
Where's it coming from?
And
Paul swears he doesn't do drugs.
I really don't. And if I did, you guys would know.
Kudos sword.
It would be this times 10 or 100 even. I don't know. I love that's actually not meant to be there. This is meant to be there. Whoops.
Nah, that's a great inclusion. You really broke the fourth wall by hitting the camera.
Yeah, but
It's my ride. Super discount checkers robo.
Man,
Finally,
I really
we
wanted
had the
that line
upper
to hit better.
Well,
okay, guys,
it's a very
let's
South
get
African
ready
thing to
kick
call a
some
supermarket
Warlord
checkers.
butt.
Mm-hmm.
Joe, jump.
Could have done yourself a favor by calling it Walmart or something. Super
Yeah.
discount.
No.
Target.
Finally.
No, Target.
Let's give it right back to him and save the realms.
I'm waiting for checkers to send me my check.
Super discount checkers robo activate.
And but like any bad special effects are on purpose, and I hope that comes
Of
across.
course. Yeah, definitely. Bad on
Like
purpose.
it's not polished. Like everybody else's stuff is so polished, and I purposely made my stuff unpolished.
Take this, Warlord.
Like I could have tracked it and all that, but I was like, no, I don't want to track it. I want to make it as amateur as possible.
Ah, yes, Brother Malachi's got the discount store in mind when he says Dollar Tree.
Ah, Dollar Tree.
General Robo.
Now that's me
It's got a
all over. Yeah.
It's got a Beastie Boys vibe to it, you know, with a intergalactic.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, actually.
Let's give him everything we got.
Right.
I regret not using a different voice.
Yeah, take that, sucker.
The
flaming butt.
Yeah. My hand coming to knock it over got such a good reaction from somebody this side.
I love that. I love that. It's just like.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bravo.
And look at all these
It's
60
the
people who
pods.
worked on this one.
Yes. And the folks in attendance too. Ah.
And then we get to see what happens to Cobra Commander because he's been, you know, he's disappointed the Overlord. So my carpet, everybody. My rug, should I
It's
say?
a very clean carpet.
Yeah, I'll let Celia know you said so.
Well, at the time, it was
together.
clean.
It's still very clean now. It gets cleaned very often. Phantom. I love that stupid cat.
That's the real final boss.
Yeah.
I love that the cat has this reaction.
Exactly right.
The game is on.
I filmed it in the hopes that he would, you know.
Attack. You're risking your 83 Cobra Commander? Yeah. That's the real deal, man. That ain't no retro.
We play Stockies, so so that was.
Are we getting more cats this year, guys? Demon, more cats.
I don't know, Steven. Are we getting more cats in this one?
You have to wait and see, pal.
Whoa!
More
Why do I have
cats.
to wait? Why do I have to wait? Can't we just watch it now?
We have.
I mean, there
You know-
are a few competing forces for like blooper reels at this point, or I don't know, closing credits content.
Oh,
We'll
good.
see.
I am very happy to say. I'm very happy to hear that. I'm very happy to hear that.
So, does anyone want to say anything about this year's production? I'm going to exclude myself completely because I'm a little bit too close to it. But we have at least 3 producers,
So you're saying
filmmakers
for
in
Demon?
attendance. So, Hans, Moon, Christoph, take it away, boys. What are your thoughts? What are your anticipations? Your predictions? I don't know.
I don't.
It's gonna be fun, right? I mean, it's just
just
adults
unmuted.
playing
Go.
with their toys. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be silly. It's gonna be it's a good time.
It's also like 3 times longer, isn't it, Steve? I mean, this thing is 37 minutes. Was part 3? Well, the
It's
third one. is 30
definitely enough time to pop some corn and finish the bowl.
Wow,
yeah.
so this is our Dune Part 2 is what you're saying, Mike.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
It's currently
With less
at an
sand?
hour 37.
Ooh.
Jeez.
Okay, then.
With 1 contributor to come.
Incredible.
And I'll probably shoot some interstitial stuff to kind of stitch pieces together because I like doing that. I mean, it's nice to have a piece come out of something. It's like we're seeing characters move to an objective. It's nice to see a little cutaway of them getting their orders, stuff like that. I don't know. It makes me happy, even if it's just me. Moonlight, this being your first production, do you have any insights
Yeah.
to share?
As a first timer, I was really nervous coming in because I've seen the 2022, and actually, this is the first time I've seen the last year's play motion in full. So I was a little late. So I think the most intimidating part is coming in is you're starting out with no experience, and then you're looking at everyone else's entries from last year's and the ones that already previewed theirs. It's a bit nerve-wracking in a way to submit an entry, especially when you have to figure out everything on the fly.
But that's what we all do, you know. We just figure it out as we go along, or you bring whatever skills you have to it. I mean, I hope if you had seen this, it would have made you a lot less nervous. Because I mean, like literally last year, you know, people just did almost essentially whatever they wanted. And it was beautiful. So I'm very excited to see how Steven's you know, kind of like more draconian control of things brings about this year's production.
That's not a
nice out this way. Well, guys, I mean, perhaps that's the beauty of it. Yeah, if you want very structured, you know, edited within an inch of its life, and plotted storyline, you go with the even numbers.
You have to know which year you want to contribute. I think.
Yeah, if you want to take
1 and 3
on the outside, go with the odd years.
No, 1 and 3 are nuts, and I'm happy to be the odd years. I'm very happy. That actually makes me very happy. Now that I think about it, I'm like, oh yeah, I've been the odd years.
Close us
Brother
up,
Malachi.
Oh,
well,
yes.
so, dude.
Oh, wait,
quickly, Brother Malachi goes, do we have a Dune worm bucket? And it's like, no, but we are working on a globulus, not to be confused with globulus.
A globulus bucket. Well, I hope to see that on our merch stores very soon.
And what a cool
Mobility
thing from Greg Blanchett. It's really brave of all the contributors to put themselves out there like this. Great work, everyone. Indeed, guys.
It always amazes me. Awesome. You know, like whatever level of expertise someone has, whether you know you're like the best photographer ever, you've had years of creating content, or it's your first time ever doing it. As long as you had fun with it, that's really what it's all about. You know, International Backyard is just have fun, contribute, and just enjoy the process essentially.
Yeah, there's no wrong way to do it. You just do it. You just have fun.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You know,
exactly.
It's 2 things. It's an absolute dream. I mean, this is Paul's brainchild to have people across the world all playing together. It's the closest we come to actually being with one another and being able to do it in person. And 2, it's become like a high point of the G.I. Joe calendar year, or G.I. Joe calendar year. Specify. It was born out of Cobra Convergence, but now it continues, even though Cobra Convergence probably, you know, if it does happen, it'll be without HEC 788, which is of course it's a big loss. We have to address that. But this has taken off as its own thing, and we will always do it, year after year after year. So regardless of what event it forms part of, there will always be an International Backyard. I'm delighted. But without further ado, I mean, Hans, if you've got anything you want to add to that, mate, if you're sitting on any opinions, now's the time.
The wide range of talents that really come into these kind of productions is always kind of staggering to me, because I mean, it's funny that they would use the word draconian, because I'm sitting down there like a creep in a dark room for hours on hours doing this thing in the fear that, you know, it will be substandard.
You're a weirdo.
I am very similar, you know. It's always 1 and 3, right?
You not belong there. Just
well, I'm there, and I'm just. But it's funny, like in the back of my head, I'm like, you know, I have to make Steve happy, you know. So I'm trying to
make him happy.
Hans, Rob, and I know these feels.
Oh, mission accomplished, man. I have rewatched perhaps chapters 1 through 4 the most, just because that's how the whole thing kicks off, and you want to start strong, and it hangs together very nicely. Yeah, so salute, gentlemen. But let's do it. Let's show the trailer, and I guess we're gonna say goodbye as well.
Are you gonna mute us all? Yeah,
we're gonna jump. Yeah. No, we're gonna end with it. So say goodbyes now, boys.
And should we tell guys that we're gonna be on that other show?
Yes. If you are sticking around, Podcast from the Pit. Find them on YouTube because we're going live in 10 minutes.
Whoa! Incredible.
Yeah.
Well, join us there.
Thank you so much for joining us. You're amazing. All of you. The guys that came on today, the guys in the chat, whoever's watching this, thank you. We love you. Rock and roll.
Yo-jo.
Enjoy the trailer. Burg.
But you should know in what precious little time you have left that you have lost. Oh, you have lost so totally, so completely, that history will only ever regard you and G.I. Joe with pity.
Inform the commander the experiment has been a great success.